All right, perfect. So it is time to get things going. Time to do the live analysis. Today is 4/24/2019. So first thing that I do, you guys know, going on to the web browser. Web browser here, put on Forex calendar, see what news we have for today. So today's Wednesday, April 24th. By the way, you guys, as long as you guys will be able to see like what I consistently do when I do my analysis. And inside of my training, like I have like a step-by-step thing of what I do, but this is pretty much my step-by-step thing. There's a couple things that I don't go too much into detail, like quarters theory or like things that you have to visually see that, you know, just by sharing my screen, you won't be able to see it. Sometimes I'll like go over it a bit. But today I'm gonna cover over like some strategies mixed with analysis. So um, let's see, Wednesday. So Wednesday, it says tentative JPY. Okay, so mainly looking at the London session, we have at 12 o'clock, there's some medium impact on Euro. And then in the beginning of the New York session, which by the way, I'm looking at Pacific Standard Time. So 5:30 a.m., there's going to be high impact on USD. So during the beginning of New York, looking at USD, but then right now during the London session, which I like trading this session a lot, we have medium impact on Euro. So I'm just going to be checking out the Euro, also some of like some GBP, even though if it's low impact, but mainly the main focus is going to be Euro. So going to be bringing over my MT4 onto here, and let's start off with bringing in all the euros, into the chart. So we're going to see what type of consistency we see with bringing over the euros. So like we're going to start off with bringing all Euro NZD, Euro GBP, Euro JPY. Okay, so we have all the euros on the chart. Now next is looking at what we see overall. So all right. So far, just with looking at everything, I don't see any big patterns going on. Anything that kind of shows me on the 1 hour that something big's about to happen. So let's see. So this is mainly what I do. I'll look at the 1 hour, but then I'll look at the 4 hour, and then maybe even the daily, just to see like overall what direction it's going on. But a lot of these are kind of choppy, not really showing any good setup. Let's see Euro CHF. So is there resistance there? Okay, so Euro CHF on the bigger time frame, this is what I'm seeing. So bigger time frame, we have a triple bottom. So pretty much 1, 2, 3. Neckline would be coming down like that. So it looks like it broke through, came back doing that retest on that line, which I'm about to do the line real soon. Retest on the line, and then should be shooting up. So I can also do my fibs from this low to this high and then get like that retracement area. But let's look. We'll look at that one right now, Euro CHF on TradingView. So by the way, if you guys see on TradingView, I changed my colors up a bit. And then I also posted this prediction right here. When this was going up, I predicted that this was going to come down. So it did perfectly come down, hit my take profit. Well, hit take profit 1 and then take profit 2 all the way down here. So might be expecting it to reverse up a bit. Just looking at that area. So we're looking at Euro CHF. So I'm gonna do something where I just erase everything, just showing you guys exactly what I'm gonna be looking at. So let me actually go down to the weekly or up to the weekly. So getting my support area right here. Okay, so you can see that pretty much broke through. So right now it's like an area where it's like resistance up here, but it had broke through down here. So we do have like that triple bottom action going on. See, as far as divergence, okay, so we kind of have some type of slight overall up here. This was showing that it was kind of going down. Kind of going down a bit over here now. Well, it did have some divergence right there, but let me look at the daily and see what we have on there. So daily, all right, so pretty much what I see here, we got like a triple bottom going on. 1, 2, and then 3. So neckline would be right there. Also, this area where it did that triple bottom is like a major area for like a support. So you guys see that support right there. So pretty much it's rejecting off that support, doing that triple bottom. Oh, let me check out the divergence on the daily. So, all right. So daily doesn't show any type of divergence going on. Let's see. 4 hour. Someone said, how can I join your academy? So you can join my academy by going to the website, marketmastersacademy.com. There's like different things that we offer. So yeah, you can join in from there. By the way, what's up, Credit Ninja? So we're going to be having some credit stuff for you guys, so you guys can learn about credit, learn more about how to get funding, so that you can fund your trading account with credit and without risking your own hard-earned money. So we're going to be having like a section about that real soon. You guys stay tuned for that. So back to this triple bottom. Then we have this like retracement going on. So I'm going to do my fibs, get my low to my high. Okay. So based off of what I see now, we might see what's hitting off of this support, also hitting like that 23.6. So it might hit here and then continue going up to at least like the 0.0. And if it breaks through, like that negative 27%. But overall, like the distance that we should be seeing based off of that triple bottom is going to be this. The distance from neckline to the bottom is about the distance that it should go up. So really the main target is going to be like this negative 61.8 on that fib that I just drew right now. So I'm going to be looking at this. Let's see what else I noticed. Okay, so if price goes up above that 1.14000, we should be expecting it to at least go up to the 500. So which is pretty much where this 00 is at. It's around that 500 mark. You guys can see that. So it's around the 500 mark, but then if it continues to ride up where that main target's at, this is like a really high target. I take profit. So I would say get in for a buy. See, right at the 1.14080. This can be like a take profit at this 0.0 level, and then stop loss. Stop loss can be somewhere right there. So that could be like take profit 1 at this area here, and then take profit 2 being that negative 27%. So, and then we can also have that take profit 3, but this distance is really high up. We're looking, that distance right there, just from entry, that is 2,000 micropips. So inside of my signals, I've called trades that are 2,000 micropips. So this might be one of them for Euro CHF, especially with everything that we see going on. Overall, it's creating that higher high from here. So we have this high, but this high is higher than that. Most likely going to create that higher low somewhere around here, and then higher high, and just continue that uptrend to at least this mark right there. So Euro CHF definitely going to be like a good area. Stop loss, it's going to be at 1.13790, somewhere around there. By the way, like the weekly analysis that I've done in the past, if you guys see like the next day, you'll see most of them do pretty much what I'm predicting. Make sure, if you're not following me already, if you go to TradingView, so I'll do that right now. TradingView. If you go to TradingView, go right here to this search area, click on that ticker, but go down to where it says people. And then where it says people, just type in Risky Ricky. Risky Ricky right there. You should see the one with the line come up, the MMA line. You click on that, and then my profile pops up. Once that pops up, make sure to give me a follow, because when I do any of my analysis, you're able to see them. So I can't delete these. So if they were bad analysis, like you'll be able to see if they lose or whatever. So like for example, this one right here that I posted, when was it? The 23rd, so yesterday, I posted this one. I'll show you guys the example. So pretty much this is what I predicted was going to happen. It was going to hit somewhere around, pretty much go up and then continue dropping down to at least here, or maybe just continue. So if I press play right here, you guys can see it did go up a little higher than I expected, but it did drop down way more than I expected, but I knew that it was going to drop down. So those are the type of analysis that you'll be able to see inside of following. So make sure to go find me on there. So not always do I do my analysis and post them on there, but this one, Euro CHF, most likely should be going up. And if it doesn't go up, just know that we don't enter until it goes up. Doesn't mean we place a buy right now. We place a buy later. So normally for entries like this is where I enter in for a buy stop, and then place my take profit, stop loss, and then go to sleep. Because at nighttime, it's usually when it's writing. So Eric said, Ricky has the right education. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for the nice compliments there. All right, so okay, so I'm going to be going off of. Let's see. Someone said check out Euro GBP. I'm going to check it out right now. So Euro GBP is, just from what I'm seeing, it's doing its whole consolidation stuff going on. While it's doing the consolidation, we do see that this is showing us some divergence right there, while this over here is pretty much going sideways. So showing us that price is getting weaker. So right now, you go into the 1 hour. Okay, so the way that I would do fibs for this, because it did create like a lower low, what I would do is get my high up here, down to the low, and pretty much expecting this to go. So this is how I trap the price, all right? Because we're expecting for this to come down. You guys see there's a pivot area. Is that a pivot? What is this? Yeah, that's a pivot point. So this orange area right here is a pivot area. So pretty much what we're seeing here is we have support like that. It's going in an uptrend. This is chopping down the price. So if we see this, what what we might be seeing is actually this coming up, maybe to around this 38.2, maybe even that pivot point, because that pivot point meets up where that moving average is at. So yeah, moving average isn't the best area where I like look at for it to hit and then reject, but pretty much, you know, it will hit, like on this side, it hits and then shoots up. So right here, it might be coming up, hitting, and then coming down. But what I'm doing is trapping the price. So if we see that price is trapped here and then breaks through, then we get in for the sell. So pretty much what we're expecting here is for it to maybe go up a bit, hitting that pivot point / 200 moving average. That's already 2 confirmations. Break of support, that's 3 confirmations. That's enough confirmations to tell you that it's going to be going down. But not only that, we have a strong resistance on the bigger time frame. Strong resistance on the bigger time frame, plus divergence. It can't get any better than that. So be expecting for the sell on Euro GBP. Euro GBP, but don't get in for a sell right now. Wait for more of those confirmations. Let me see what people are saying. We see best mentor. Make sure to give him a follow, buy his merch, and let him train you to get the best education, better than college or university. Make sure to invest in his intelligence. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Give me 1 sec, you guys. I'm going to be getting some water. Give me about like 1 minute, okay? Okay, so all right, so we're going to be keeping a close eye on these. And by the way, this is a reason why I have multiple screens. I know I made a poll like the other day on my Instagram saying why I have multiple monitors, or it wasn't why I have multiple monitors. It was more is 6 monitors too much, or is it like, yeah, should I add more monitors on there or keep the 6? The 6 is too much, something like that. I forgot what it was exactly, but basically what I'll do is I know that I have a setup on Euro CHF, but then I know I have a setup on Euro GBP. So then I am looking to see a buy here, but then a sell on this side. So what I'll do is I'll have one of these on one screen, and then I'll have the other one on another screen, and then I'll have my main MT4 ready to place a trade. So all of it will be ready. I'll just be looking at them, but then I don't necessarily need to look at them. So it's just like extra. It's not necessary. But if I place a buy, it's going to be a buy stop. So that means it will enter automatically without me having to be there. Same thing with this one. It would most likely be like a sell stop. So then it'll enter automatically. I could be asleep and then just making profit while I sleep. By the way, that's how I had my 100K day. It was all through buy stop, sell stop. I just let it run while I went to sleep. Obviously, I did the calculation, which my calculator is here, those that see on Instagram. Yeah, but yeah, so all right, you guys. So let's continue with this. I also mentioned that I'm going to be doing some like strategy for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be covering that like probably in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so make sure to be ready. Okay, so next thing we have, let's see, Euro JPY. Let's check this out. So Euro JPY overall on a downtrend, did a higher low. Okay, so I'm actually just going to go into like other trades because just because there's news happening on Euro, we're still going to be looking at other trades to see if we find any setups. So I can already tell GBP AUD could be ready for a good setup right now. Okay, so and I see these real quick. Once you're inside of my training, like you'll be able to see what I'm seeing right now. If you don't know what I'm seeing, then you have to get in there to like see it. But I can spot them pretty quick. So the thing that I'm seeing right now, we have GBP AUD that's creating like a head and shoulder on the bigger time frame. So GBP AUD, go on to the daily. I'm erasing all my markups. Okay, so we have here, this is the daily time frame. All right, got that uptrend there. Okay, so we have this zone right here in this area. We have that zone area right there. So right now the market is hitting it. So most likely it's going to hit it and then continue dropping down. So overall it is creating like lower lows, lower highs. It's going in a downtrend already. So what do you think is going to happen? Creating a lower low, lower high, and then continue down to the lower low. Probably meeting up to this 200 moving average, which down to this like area right there. So now that we know that, looking at the bigger time frame, which by the way, institutional traders are trading off the bigger time frames. Regular traders, regular retail traders are trading smaller time frames. So when they see an uptrend, they're placing buys, but overall it's in a downtrend. So right here, they might be thinking that it's continuing in an uptrend, placing buys, but knowing what's happening on the bigger time frame is what helps you out to get in and catch this for a sale at the perfect time. So right now, knowing that it's at that resistance, what we see right here is divergence, which that's going to be part of the strategy that I'm going to be talking about today is divergence. So right here in the bottom, we see that the RSI is showing it's going down. Up here is showing that it's going up. So what's expected is for this, pretty much already it's creating like that left shoulder, head, kind of like that right shoulder area here. So should be expecting this to drop down. Pretty much we're waiting for it to drop below this pivot point, and I don't know why. I don't know if someone knows this, but for some reason my short positions aren't showing on TradingView, only the long positions. So yeah, I'm not sure why that happens, but anyways, since we see that it's rejecting there, we have the whole divergence going on. Now we're waiting for this to drop down. Another thing that I noticed is that the price right now is at this 1.84000. 1.84000. So most likely that's an area where it'll hit and then drop down to like the 750, 500, which 500 is down here. So those that are taking my training know 200 micropips is pretty much my game plan to catch daily. But this right here, you can catch your 200 micropips. It's at around 900 right now. Should be expecting it to drop. So something that I like tying down together is I'll look to see that GBP, if GBP is showing me signs of it getting weaker, then that means if it gets weaker, then this would be going up. So that's kind of something to keep in mind. Keeping in mind that either like GBP, like if we pull up all the GBP pairs and all of them are showing signs of getting weaker, then pretty much all of them will be getting weaker. So some of them will have certain setups. So like if I pull up GBPs right now, let's see, we pull up GBP AUD, GBP CAD, GBP USD. GBP USD is at the bottom. Let's see. GBP-CHF, GBP-JPY. Okay, so all these are showing that it's at the bottom, which might be, actually this one's going down. So, yeah, GBP is a little confusing. I'll have to like go through all of it real quick. But as far as the analysis, GBP-AUD should be dropping down. Just waiting for it to continue to drop down, maybe even below this pivot point, because normally the distance from there to here is about the distance that it'll drop. So we don't really even know where that right shoulder is at right there, because it kind of shows the right shoulder, but not too much. But if it was, it'll most likely be this target right there, being that resistance area, which is now support. So targeting around the 1.83000. So about 1,000 micropip drop from now. Okay, so I'm going to be going into a little bit of the training part of this. So it's going to be about the RSI. So real quick, I'm not going to make this long, but the RSI right here, I know there's a couple people that are most likely leaving right now because they've already taken the training. They know RSI, but RSI is really a good indicator for knowing or helping you out when the price is about to drop. So normally for indicators, I use them as something to help me predict when price is about to, pretty much when price is faking you out. So what the price is showing up here is not what it shows in the RSI. So let me go into a blank area right here and go through how RSI shows. So it's on the bottom right now, but pretty much this is what it is. So it's a line like that, and then we have a line straight down the middle, which right now I don't have it in mind, but there's these two lines right here. So there's one up top, and then there's one below. So this one right here, this one is the 70. Okay, so we have the 70 that's right there. We have the 100 that's the very top. If you guys can see on the RSI down here, that's a 70, that's 100 at the very top. Then we have that middle one, which is a 50, which is halfway between the 70 and this one down here. So the one at the very bottom is a 0. And then we have this one right here, which is a 25. Okay, so actually not the 25, sorry, it's a 30. So it goes from 0 to 100. We have the main ones to focus on is going to be the 30 and the 70. The 30 and the 70. So price is always going like either up like this, and it will just do its whole movement, either going below the 30 or going up and then above the 70. So pretty much the main thing with RSI, which that's what this is called, RSI, which stands for Relative Strength Index. Relative Strength Index. So Relative Strength Index is to help you indicate the strength or the weakness of the price. So strength or weakness of price. And what it also helps out with is helping spot what's called divergence. Which divergence, what it is pretty much catching fake outs. So this indicator is at the bottom, of your charts. To add it onto your charts, if you click on indicators, you go to the search area, you click on, or you put RSI or relative strength index. It'll be this first one that pops up. You just click on that. And then once you click on that, it's going to pop up at the bottom down here. So at the bottom, the settings that I have under that. Okay, make sure that these are the right settings that you guys put in. The right settings, you input, and then you put 5 as a length. Input 5. The source, you have to make sure that it's under close. The style, you can style it however you want. We have the 70 and then the 30. So pretty much, this is what it is. So when the price is above the 70, so like in this area right here, when these lines are above the 70, that means price is overbought. And usually when it's in the overbought, that means price is getting ready to drop down. So then we have the 30 right here, which the 30 is oversold. So at the oversold section, when the price is down here, it's getting ready to rally up. So pretty much when the price is down here and it's showing you signs that it's going up, that means price is getting stronger. Price is getting ready to go up. When it's at the overbought section, price is ready to get weaker pretty soon. So it usually goes from overbought to oversold to overbought, and it just keeps going back and forth. So what I look for in divergence is pretty much this. If we see that down here is showing that it's going down like that, well, when price is above the 70, I'm always looking for these slants going down like that. So like when it's going up like this, I'm looking for that slant going down. So like in this area, you can see it's above the 70, but it's going down, which means price is getting weaker. It's at the overbought section, but it's getting weaker. It's starting to go down. But if we see on the actual candlesticks that on the candlesticks is showing the exact opposite, like it's getting stronger, then that's how you spot what's called the divergence, the fake outs. So an example is right here. So I mentioned that the slant that I'm looking for, when it's above the 70 is when it's going down. So up here, we see that it's going up. From this point, if I align it directly below, it's this point right here. So that point there, and then we have this point here. If I align it all the way up, it's that point there. So up here, it's showing it's going up. Down here, it's showing it's going down, which is pretty much telling us this is ready to drop down based off the RSI. Okay, so if this makes sense so far, put a 1. If it makes sense so far, put a 1 in the chat box, just so I know that you guys are keeping up. Okay, so perfect. Everyone's getting it down. Nice, got tons of 1s coming in. Awesome, you guys. So let me find another area. So I'm going to be looking on the RSI, this area right here. So we're just going to be looking for now above the 70. So right here, this point to that point. So we see it's dropping down, which is pretty much telling us price is getting weaker. Let me spot another area. So okay, so by the way, for the RSI, we're not looking for the slants going up like that, above the 70. Okay, we're only looking for slants going down, which means price is getting weaker. So let's do this area right here. So I'm just going to look up right above in that area. So let me zoom in. Okay, so right in this area right here, if I align it perfectly, it's pretty much doing this. So at the top, it's going sideways, but on the RSI, it's showing prices getting weaker. And then right after that, price drops. You'll see this almost every single time that I look at the RSI.